Good morning. My name is John Lipsky, Longmont, Colorado, and I'm retired from the FBI. I was also the affiant for the search warrant in Rocky Flats in 1989, and I was admitted as a subject matter expert in the court case of Marilyn Cook versus Dow and Rockwell. The Boulder County Commission is urged to not participate in any project that involves public access or disturbing the soil at both the Rocky Flats Superfund site and Rocky Flats National Wildlife Refuge. And I'd like my statement I'll give to you if you can post it for me. We should not be celebrating this project at all. I know it's been said before, but I'll say it again. The Rocky Flats site is bifurcated into two areas, and what you're proposing to pay for is to allow people to go through the National Wildlife Refuge, but adjacent to a Superfund site, and it's active. Official documents do not refer to the Rocky Flats Superfund site at all. You'll notice it's DOE retained lands. They like to call it something other than what it really is. Currently, and I say this, is that these are the remaining dangers of Rocky Flats. It's happening right now. And you're going to allow people to go out and bike and walk right by these interesting activities at the Superfund site. The anticipated use, the site-wide anticipated use, is very questionable. I don't believe legally that the site should have been bifurcated without the entire site being completely cleaned up. There are temporal notations in the act, and they weren't followed. And probably a real important thing is that in 1999, the Health Department issued a buffer zone contamination review report to DOE. It took DOE 4 years, and this is an evidence-based paper. It took them 4 years to respond to the Health Department after the act was passed, and there are still 29 unresolved areas out of 114 in the buffer zone, or what's the refuge right now. In 2004 was the last sampling, according to the Health Department, out of the refuge. In September of 2013 was a horrendous severe storm event, and in May of 2015, just a year ago, there was another storm event. This caused a lot of problems out at the Superfund site. And the EPA also likes to say that the contaminated groundwater status is under control. It's not. There's reportable uranium in Walnut Creek. Walnut Creek will traverse the trails that you're proposing to build. There's also other isolated instances of plutonium and volatile organic compounds that are being reported. I'm going to be out of time, but you've heard it again that plutonium has a half-life of 24,000 years. There's depleted uranium at the site. The half-life for that is 4.5 billion years. It's not going away anytime soon, and I'll just have to rely, I'm out of time, on handing you my report. And thank you for listening.
Thank you. Is there anybody else who would like to speak?